Hello. So it is the first full week of 2025, and I've been doing like amazing this week. I've been working on my goals each day. It's been a really busy week. I mean, it's only Wednesday, and I had a pretty packed calendar, which is not typical, and that is one thing I have to keep reminding myself of, because it is easy to fall into, oh shit, I haven't actually worked on some of my big goals for this year. And the past 2 days I felt like so productive and on it. Today, like, good, slipping a little, and I can feel resistance to tapping, and I can feel resistance to tapping, which is just my main thing, noticing I need to tap. So I'm going to slow down and just check in and see maybe where I can pinpoint where that's coming from. Because my body feels pretty good. Lots of times in tapping, we're always trying to pinpoint, like, where am I feeling this tension, or how do I know that something's wrong or in my way? And for me, I just feel kind of meh. And there's like a neutrality to it, which can sometimes make it easy to dismiss and just be like, oh yeah, we've had a long several days. I'm actually looking at the clock now. It's almost 5, which is the time I usually shut things down. And yeah, who knows where my sentence was going just then. We're just going to start. So even though I'm feeling kind of meh, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling kind of meh. I'm proud of myself for the productive week. But it's like there's a part of me that's also like, 2.5 days of straight productivity, we can't keep this up. And right here, right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I'm just feeling kind of meh, and there's a part of me that's like, oh yeah, we can't keep this up. We had 2.5 days, it's a pretty good streak. And right here, right now, I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling. I'm feeling kind of meh. Not bad, but also not super excited. And there's a part of me way back there in the back of my brain. This part of me that's pretty pessimistic and can have a dim outlook on the world. And as I'm tapping, I do know, like, I have not wanted to put any attention on that. And I'm giving myself permission to listen to this part of me with compassion. I'm also having a hard time, like, fully taking a breath in and feeling like it's fully inflating my lungs, and I've I've just come to notice that usually precedes like anxiety, whereas I used to feel more anxiety, and I still sometimes might. Like my stomach feels off, my chest might feel off. This is a little more subtle, and just through the work I do with myself, I have noticed that. So even though I can't quite fully get a breath in, it doesn't reach all the way down to my lungs. It's like an unsatisfying yawn. Yep. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though I can't fully get this breath in. It feels like I need to yawn. That's what it feels like. It feels like I need one of those great big yawns that brings things into the bottom of your body, and it's very unsatisfying. There's no climax there. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though it feels like I need to yawn and I can't. That's a better description of it than just getting a breath in. It's like I need to yawn. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. It feels like I need to yawn, but I can't. Just focusing on this feeling. Oh yeah, that one went in. This need to yawn. This need to yawn feeling that seems to precede or come in conjunction with some kind of mood. I'm asking my body to help me understand this. I'm letting it know I'm listening. That wasn't a full one. Why am I feeling this need to yawn feeling? What do I need to know right now that this might be trying to bring my attention to? This needing to yawn feeling. What might I need to bring my attention to? This need to yawn feeling. Oh yeah, that one went in. I'm having a lot of eye watering now too. So it feels like what pops in my head when I ask that question, like it's like slow down. And I don't want to slow down. I feel like I'm on a good roll, and there's some things I need to do. Factually, I need to get them off my plate before I can turn my attention towards some other things. And so I'm just going to acknowledge that, even though I don't want to slow down. I have to get through this one particular thing. It's creating this mentor handbook. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though This is feeling hard today. Hard to not fall into this, how's it all going to work out feeling, wanting to know. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though it's hard to slow down. It's something I want to do so badly, but it also feels like a big uphill battle that I'm never going to get ahead of. And right here, right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. It feels hard to structure my days. I have so many goals. And I get goal setting. I have a lot of support there. And also, it's feeling hard today. Feeling very distracted, kind of low-key distracted by just events going on in the world. How worried do I need to be about the next administration coming in? Do I need to panic? What do I need to know? What's real and what's not? And there's a very big part of me. I mean, I would say this is like just a fact. This is my belief right now is I think it's I kind of feel silly for saying this out loud on a platform where people other than my close friends might see it, but there is a big part of me that feels like this is the beginning of the end, that with how quickly technology is moving, and the way it's impacting things, this inability globally to slow down, and for humankind to really care about thinking for themselves and focusing on what's in front of them. It just feels like, what's the point? Can't beat it. Might as well just join in the rat race of feeling like nothing is in my control and everything is on fire and terrible. Even though I know that that's not true, because I know who I am as a human and what I believe in and what I do fight for every day actively. And I also know that I am surrounded, I have deliberately surrounded myself with people like that, whether they're colleagues, whether they're friends, whether they're people I'm inspired by, whether they're here in Hawaii where I live, or whether they're people from afar, all over the world. Those are the good things of technology. Those are the parts I want to keep. But sometimes it's just hard not to absorb things that you see on social media. Even though I do limit my time there. And I'm choosing to give myself grace in this moment. My breaths are going in much more deeply now. So I am maybe just going to wrap things up. Maybe it's just time for me to chill today. even though you can still feel a bit of this worry about the uncertainty in the world right now. I'm giving my body permission to relax as I choose to focus on the moment in front of me. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though I can still feel a bit of that concern, that resistance to letting go of worry. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though there's still a bit of this worry here, not knowing what's going to happen in the world, what's real. That's what it feels like. It's like I don't know what's real. Do I worry? Do I not? It has something to do with just all the information that we're inundated with in the world, and how hard it is when opinions are being presented as facts. And I'm choosing to give myself grace. Because that's a lot for anybody to handle. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Feels like a lot right now. A lot is going on. A lot that feels out of my control. And sometimes it's hard to let worry go. And I can feel this resistance to that. No, we have to worry. I'm choosing to love myself through this. I'm giving my body permission to relax. And I'm giving my brain permission to see the evidence of goodness in the world. The evidence that maybe there's more time than I think. And regardless, to know that no matter what, I choose to live within my own values. Actually, wow, just something just popped into my head. It's like, let me capture that. That was pretty interesting. Because I think what's under all of this is like, let's say the worst is happening, right? And everything is just going to get so crowded and confused, and I think this is my fear, and then nobody's going to be paying for anything anymore. Nobody's going to care about taking care of themselves, and I won't be here to fulfill my purpose. And what is coming through is either, all right, I'm right, and like that maybe the world doesn't exist as we know it 5 years from now. And if that is the case, then I'm going to have a lot bigger things to worry about than making money for some of the things that I currently want to put money towards. And I'm talking like world, like really like big catastrophes. Like if that worst case scenario happens, I don't need no fucking money anyway. And I do feel very 100% committed to the world. I could be literally given evidence, being told like asteroid's going to hit Earth in a year from today. How do you live your life? It would not be very different than what I do right now. Maybe the attitude with which I would approach it, less fear, not like knowing there's nothing to lose. But my plans wouldn't be altered. It's just that money piece, right? Because I'd be doing the same thing, but it'd be like, fuck it, I don't need money. The world's going to end in a year. But the fact is I do. And I deserve to be paid, and paid well, for what I funnel into myself in order to be amazing at what I do and help my clients be at my best for them. So there's something in there around money. And for now, I'm giving that permission to process in the background. It's interesting. I'm just putting my attention right on that money piece. And I'm just letting myself, I can't quite describe where it is, but I'm just letting myself, as I tap through it, I'm going to close my eyes right now because I feel safe. I'm just going to put my attention on that sensation connected to money as I tap. Because that's the piece that feels so big. So you know what? I'm going to do one last setup statement there, even though at the root of this, it's all fear around making money in my business. Falling into this, I don't know how. I can't turn it on. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though all of this is connected to money somehow. Just feeling a little exhausted by it all. Exhausted by thinking about capitalism. Exhausted wondering how to best bring in clients. Exhausted by wondering how best to spend my money in places that lift others up, or investing in myself. Just feels like a lot. Ooh, some kind of bubble wants to come up in my chest right now. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though this meh all feels connected to money. Because I know my vision, and I know what I want to offer and bring to the world, and I'm working on those things. That money piece, it always eludes me. Even though I have evidence of making money with ease. It never lasts. Hold for a fleeting moment. And right here, right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Money is hard. The layers of thinking about it feel overwhelming. I'm choosing to give myself grace. And I'm choosing to release any guilt that I have for thinking about money when other people in the world are losing things. whether it's them being scared of losing rights under the new administration, or whether it's people being impacted by the wildfires happening in LA right now. It feels selfish to be thinking of how I can make money when I already have a safe roof over my head and plenty to do the things that I want to do right now. And I am choosing to release that guilt. I'm choosing to love myself through this feeling. Because me having money isn't taking away from anybody else. And the more I am making, the more I am putting it to use in the world in a way that serves others. Even if it's by paying somebody to make my life easier, or buying something that does make me happy, or brings me joy. I'm giving myself permission to let that be okay. I am figuring this out. And I know that the more I trust, the easier it gets. And so I'm open to seeing the ways that running my business and making money gets to be really easy. Even on the days where it feels like I'm competing with the Terminator. I get to choose ease. And I get to make money. And I get to be taken care of. And so for now, I'm giving my body permission to relax, integrating this tapping. Releasing any resistance I might have to bringing money into my business, to letting business be easy. Choosing to feel fulfilled and purposeful in body, mind, and soul. All right, deep breath there. And now I'm just going to wrap up my day, set my intentions for tomorrow, and then relax with friends this evening. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.